All right, so we're back and ready to really dig into this one. The Bengals pulled off a win against the Cowboys on Monday Night Football, 27-20.
Yeah.
But with their playoff hopes looking kind of shaky, it makes you wonder, are they going to start thinking more about, next year's draft?
Okay.
Let's just dive right in. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Burrow was incredible under pressure all night long, but he still managed to complete passes to 8 different receivers.
8. Wow.
That's got to be some kind of sign of, elite quarterbacking, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's like textbook definition of pocket presence right there. He's feeling that pressure, but he keeps his eyes downfield, finds the open man. That's what separates the good from the truly great quarterbacks.
Yeah. And his final stats were pretty impressive, too. 33 completions, 369 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Although he did have that interception and a fumble.
Yeah.
Does that, I don't know, kind of put a damper on things?
I mean, you got to acknowledge those turnovers, right? It happens. Even the best,
Yeah.
But I think in a game where he was constantly under siege, I think that his ability to still spread the ball around and make those big plays, that's what ultimately got them the win.
Okay, speaking of big plays, Jamar Chase was unstoppable. Him the best receiver in the NFL this season. And after seeing that back shoulder touchdown catch,
oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to believe it. What do you think?
It's hard to argue with that. Chase, he's a nightmare for defenses, right? His route running is so precise. He's physical. He wins those contested catches. Zone coverage, man-to-man, doesn't matter. He just finds a way to get open.
Finds a way. And his stats back it up. 14 catches, 177 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wait, that's a day, right?
It's a day. That's more than a day. That's amazing. All right, Chase Brown. Now he seems to be coming into his own.
Yeah.
Like a versatile kind of do-it-all back.
Yeah, he really does impact the game in so many different ways, and that's what's so impressive about him. You see it in the running game, obviously, the receiving game, even his pass protection. And you look at, he had that 19-yard touchdown catch, and then he's gotten over 100 scrimmage yards in 3 straight games.
Wow.
That consistency is huge.
Yeah, it's huge. It really gives them so many different looks on offense.
Yeah, keeps the defenses guessing, right?
Absolutely. All right, let's switch gears to the defense. Geno Stone, he had a really great game, especially after kind of a tough season. What'd you make of that?
I think his performance was just a real bright spot for the Bengals defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had their fair share of injuries, but that diving interception in the red zone, huge momentum swing.
Huge.
And then that fourth quarter blitz that forced the punt, that was critical in keeping that lead. You love to see a guy step up when the team needs him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then Jermaine Pratt, it was kind of a mixed bag. He had that early missed tackle on CeeDee Lamb.
Oof.
Which was rough.
Yeah.
But then he seemed to kind of find his groove. Even took over the helmet communication after Logan Wilson got hurt.
Yeah, you got to appreciate Pratt's leadership, and the ability to kind of bounce back from adversity like that. It shows a real understanding of the game and the willingness to step up when it really matters.
It does. And then there's Cade York. Talk about pressure kicking in your hometown.
Yeah.
In front of your girlfriend, who's a Cowboys cheerleader, no less.
That's a lot for a young kicker.
It is. But he was perfect. Nailed all his field goals and extra points. Talk about a storybook night.
Yeah, he really rose to the occasion. Delivered when it mattered most. Gotta love that.
It was a good night for the Bengals.
Yeah.
But there's always room for improvement, right?
Oh, for sure.
Alex Kappa, for example, really struggled against the Cowboys pass rush.
Yeah, that pressure up the middle, that can be absolutely killer for an offense. Just disrupts everything. The quarterback's timing gets thrown off, rush throws, sacks. Yeah. There was that one play where Kappa allowed pressure. Burrow ended up getting flagged for intentional grounding. Even though it was, officially nullified, it's still not a good look.
Not ideal.
Yeah.
And then there's the rookie cornerback, Josh Newton. He had a tough night. Couple of costly penalties, illegal contact, defensive holding.
Yeah.
One of them even led to a Cowboys touchdown.
It's a tough league for a rookie corner. They're going up against some of the best receivers in the world. It's a learning curve for sure. Those penalties, though, they definitely highlight those challenges that he's still facing.
Yeah, and it brings up a kind of, strange thing to think about, with the draft coming up.
Yeah.
Like, do you root for your team to lose so they get a better pick?
Yeah.
It's a weird spot to be in as a fan.
It's that whole do you prioritize the present or the future kind of thing, right? They went into this game with the 10th pick.
Yeah.
This win, who knows how it's going to affect things, but it could hurt their chances at landing, a top defensive prospect.
It's a tough call.
Yeah.
Even with the win, it raises some questions about where the Bengals go from here.
It does. It really makes you think about what really matters in these last few games.
Exactly.
It's a tough one. For the coaches too, right? What do they do? Do they, go all out for every win? Or do they start focusing on, development in the draft?
Yeah, it's like a whole different kind of strategy they got to think about now.
Right.
So let's really dig into that. What should be the priority for the Bengals in these last few games?
Well, let's think about potential draft targets, right? If they do end up, with the top 10 pick, they could get a real game changer on defense.
Right.
Maybe a young edge rusher, shutdown corner.
It's hard to argue with that. A good defense is what you need if you want to win it all.
Right.
But then you could also say, hey, let's focus on developing the younger guys, get them ready for next season.
Yeah, give them some more snaps,
Yeah.
more experience in these games. That could pay off big time down the line. They're working on chemistry, they're refining their skills, getting that, that real game time experience.
Real game time experience. Nothing beats it.